You want to know what the biggest lie in marriage is? That you must find someone compatible.
That's right. And after 33 years of marriage, we can tell you this compatibility business is wildly overrated.
While most couples chase after personality tests and perfect marriages, we stumbled upon a completely different path. That one that doesn't start with compatibility, but ends with a far deeper connection.
That is so true. So in this video, Jeff, we're going to share 5 lies and 5 truths. And these are the things that will keep good marriages stuck if you believe any of these 5 lies. But we know some people believe them all, most likely.
So let's dive in. Lie number 1. If you and your spouse are not alike in personality, passions, and preferences, your relationship is doomed.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Is there any way that a husband and wife can be so alike in all these areas?
There is no way.
No way.
The truth is, God uses our differences to refine us. Proverbs talks about iron sharpens iron. So one of you likes to be on time. One of you is a little more laid back. So the one's on time helps the one who's a little laid back.
Right.
One of you is more of a saver, and one of you is more of a spender. So the saver helps the couple have money, and the spender helps the saver have a good time.
That's right.
Enjoy his life.
Have some fun. Yeah. That's
so
right.
You're not alike. There is no way you're alike, so much like your spouse.
Right. Exactly.
Now, we've seen all these dating apps, ads online. You see them on television. They got just one for farmers, just one for seniors. They got so many dating apps. It's all about finding the perfect match, the perfect companion by using surveys and personality tests. And it just isn't good.
No, that's not going to make the grounds for a good marriage.
It's not about finding a perfect match. It's about becoming more Christ-like together.
Exactly.
True compatibility is cultivated through love, sacrifice, and grace, isn't it, Teresa?
Oh, exactly. I mean, you're not going to start out compatible. This is something that you grow into over time. That's why long-lasting marriages, you see people that they seem so much alike, but it's only because they've worked at their marriage. They've worked at being compatible for years, and they've allowed their differences to help them to grow closer together instead of being at odds with each other.
Right. I remember a book a long time ago by Chuck and Barb Snyder called Incompatibility, Grounds for a Great Marriage. And it's still available on Amazon, so
I know.
It's a great book.
That's such a cool title because usually that's what people say is grounds for divorce. We're just incompatible. So
right.
They took a good way to look at that.
Right. And if you would like to grow in your compatibility, sign up for our free 90-day Bible reading plan for couples. That's been customized just for our listeners.
That's right.
Just drop the word Bible in the comments below, and we'll send you a page so you can sign up to receive that link for the 90-day Bible reading plan. Lie number 2. If marriage is hard, then I married the wrong person.
Wow, that's so bad. Wow.
The truth is, trials lead to growth.
That's right. I think the times we've gotten close in our marriage and kind of unexpectedly was when we went through something difficult together. And it wasn't because we were at odds with each other or disagreeing. It was like life throws things at you, curveballs and things you did not expect. You might go through some loss or, changes in your family or whatever. And if you will draw closer together, not just try to be compatible, but let this help you to lean on each other and lean on the Lord together, the trial will help you to grow.
Right. Now, biblical love is not based on convenience. It's based on perseverance and faith.
Yes, Yes, that is so true. I just love that. So yeah, you're gonna see patterns in your marriage where you've had to be patient with one another. You're not going to change overnight if there are things you need to work on. But I'm not just saying, Lord, change Jeff, and he's not just praying, Lord, change Teresa. We know that we each have to change as we're encountering things that are different, things that we may not agree on, or just something we're not seeing the same. Okay, let's humble ourselves. Let's learn to be patient with one another. And
Right.
whether it's an outside trial or it's something going on in the context of our relationship, we've got to be patient with one another and be willing to look at this as we're going to be in this for the long distance run. We're not doing this as a sprint. Well, if it doesn't work out, if we don't feel like we're compatible anymore,
Right.
can agree about everything, then it's over. We're never going to do that.
Growth comes from perseverance and faith.
Mm-hmm.
It really does. And guys, your wife, her number one need is security.
That's right.
Security that you are in there for the long haul. What did Captain America say to Buck? To the end of the line.
To the end of the line.
To the end of the line, Bucky.
With you to the end of the line.
Right. So that's how you got to be in marriage, to the end of the line.
That's
We
right.
are committed to each other, committed to growth. And sometimes growth isn't easy. Growth is hard.
No, it's
but,
hard.
But it's worth it.
It is so worth it. Yes, you will look back and see, look how far we've come. We've allowed these things, these changes, and even difficulties to help us become more mature, more united in our marriage, and not let so many things influence us. We're going to stay together no matter what.
Lie number 3. If your sexual desires do not align perfectly, your marriage will not thrive. The truth is, God designed sex to be enjoyed and learned from the safety boundaries of marriage.
That's so true. It really has to be in that covenant protection to be enjoyed, and you can discover things about each other that you did not know before you got married. It's so wonderful. You just learn more and more as the time goes on if you're endeavoring to grow together.
Right. Hebrews 13 talks about keeping the marriage bed undefiled.
That's right.
Yeah. So
That's
I
right.
think the mistake is so many couples try living together to see if they're compatible, when in reality, those who live together before marriage have a higher divorce rate than those who wait until marriage.
Exactly. Yes, because it really sets it up for failure in the way I understand it. You just develop expectations, like you said, of compatibility, and then you get into real marriage. Marriage is going to be a trial for you. It's going to test you in so many areas, and just living together, there's always that back door. There's always that way out. But in marriage, you have to be committed to each other. There's no way out, well, I'll just see if this works for 3 months or 6 months. No, you're in it for life.
Right. You'll find your marriage will deepen with trust, communication, and selflessness,
Yes.
not perfect performance. Lie number 4. If there's conflict, then you're not compatible.
And the truth is that conflict is inevitable, but it can be handled with humility and love. That's so different than just expecting to just naturally be never having a conflict and always being able to agree. I mean, there's a man put together with a woman. There are already differences here. You don't even have to start saying anything or doing anything.
Right. Biologically, you're different person, and you're different in your personalities.
Your
You're just
mental
different. It doesn't mean
thinking.
one's right and one's wrong.
Exactly.
You come to a place of agreement. If you're never having any adjustments or any kind of disagreements, then I caution you not to push those things under the rug and just ignore them.
That's
Because they'll
right.
build up over time. You can have disagreements, but with honor and
Respect.
right.
That's right. And communication is so key. Like Jeff said, don't ignore if things are seeming to be a conflict. It might even be just having different schedules. You need to talk about that, or different expectations of what's happening in the home or what's happening in your relationship romantically or physically or emotionally. What's going on with the kids? Whose job is it to do what? I mean, you've got to communicate about these things, or conflict is going to happen even more, and it's going to be more explosive when you try to work it out, instead of, like you said, taking it calmly and talking to each other with honor and respect. That makes such a difference.
Lie number 5. You need someone who completes you emotionally and spiritually.
Oh my goodness.
The truth is, only Christ can complete us. There is
Amen.
unfair of you to put that expectation onto your spouse.
Oh, yes.
That they must meet every single emotional and spiritual need that you have.
I think I had some relationships like that before.
That is impossible, right?
Yes.
That is impossible.
It's impossible.
You'll fail.
You will fail. It's a huge burden on the other person, even if it's just one person expecting that of the other. But can you imagine both people expecting the other one to completely fulfill their needs? That's just, it's going to end up in a huge breakup for sure. Nobody can take that burden or that pressure of responsibility. The Lord designed us to need Him individually.
Right.
He designed us to need Him in the middle of our marriage. He designed us that way. So if we're trying to be all for someone else, you are going to feel like such a failure down the road. You cannot do it.
Right. Marriage is two whole people walking hand in hand, arm in arm. Not looking to each other to be the source or the savior.
Exactly.
If this helped shift your perspective, get our free 90-day Bible reading plan. Just drop the word Bible in the comments below. It's designed to help couples grow spiritually, even if you're different places right now. If you like prayer, send us an email at inspiringmarriages.net and we will pray for you. If you want to go deeper, check out our playlist on building spiritual intimacy. It's packed with real stories and practical steps. Until next time, remember, husband and wife are friends for life.